Hi everybody, and welcome to our very first Wildcat Weekly Coaches Report of the year. Joe Stewart here with you on the LSN with head men's soccer coach Andy Duvall. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a good day. Thank you.
It has indeed. It's a gorgeous day. First day of classes here on the Linfield College campus. So Andy, this is your first full season as the head coach of this program. Just how has your last year been? How's it been settling into McMinnville and Linfield? And obviously a crazy time to do that, but just how do you feel now here in McMinnville?
Yeah, no, I think in relation to the timing of it, I mean, it is what you make of it. So if you want to make a big deal of the fact the last year has been different than most years, then I guess you will. But we've gone the other direction with it as a team and just said it's been a huge benefit to us in learning to get to know each other, period. And so over the course of the last 12 months, that's really what it's been, is that the group is getting to know me, I'm getting to know the group, bringing in new players as well as returning the old players, and it's actually been really beneficial for all of us to not have a competitive season for the first 12 months that I was here. And now that we're entering into the first competitive season that I'll be in charge, I think there's a lot of familiarity where before there was probably too much newness to really understand one another.
Definitely. So yeah, you had that spring shortened season last year after basically just training all fall, but you went 3-5, and so like you said, there had to have been some positive takeaways as you guys got to know each other. What did you like seeing kind of on the pitch from last spring?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing last spring was trying to break bad habits. That was one of the things that we really had to establish with a new understanding in terms of the way we're trying to play, the expectations that we have for the players, the new norms and standards that they're trying to get used to. It was really about trying to eliminate some of the habits that they had in order to allow us to move forward without too many obstacles. So for the last year, that's what we've been doing, is just addressing the habits that need to be addressed, changing them when they need to be changed, and helping the guys understand how it benefits them, not just in the short term, but in the long term.
So how's this preseason gone? You've got a scrimmage, exhibition, and of course just training overall. What are some of the positive things you've seen, and also what are some of the things that you think the team still needs to work on going into the start of the season?
Well, I have to say that the attitude and work ethic of the team has been exceptional. All right, they've had an excellent attitude. They've approached things with all the right mentalities once we've gotten onto campus, and their work ethic while they've been here has been top-notch. But the team won't be surprised to hear me say this, that many of them, in terms of their competitive maturity, are still they're still lacking in that area. And what I mean by that is that they didn't understand the work that was necessary to be able to come into this season at the level that they needed to be at. And I'm speaking specifically about their fitness and their sharpness on the ball. And you know, many of these guys have not ever been in a situation where they've had to be as sharp and fit as what we're asking them to be. And so our preseason has been affected by it because, you know, that we've had some guys just flat out not be able to complete the work that they're being asked to do. And if they'd come in at the fitness level that they needed to be at, they would have been able to meet the standards. So that's been a challenge, but the guys are working through it, and just like with anything, any obstacle that you hit, you've got to find ways to try and overcome the challenge. And so we're in the process of doing that right now, but it hasn't significantly slowed down our learning process. The guys are still learning the new way to play, how to try and address the game in a different way than what they've seen before. And so physically, they're experiencing the challenges all other college athletes experience. They just may have wished they would have done a little more work over the summer so that they were better off right now.
Yeah, I'm that way sometimes. It used to be that way with, you know, going into classes. I always wish I had done more of my summer homework instead of right when school's getting started. So you have a real mix of both freshmen and returners that you're looking at right now. We just had the exhibition match against College of Idaho yesterday on Sunday, and it was a real mix. So would you say that these next few games before conference play starts, you're really still evaluating your lineup end to end?
Oh, no question. Yeah, I mean, the evaluation process is constant. It doesn't ever stop. And I think that's one of the important things that these guys are learning, is that they're being watched in everything that they do. You know, I mean, it's when you're a college athlete and you're looking to try and gain some sort of opportunity on the field, it is very much, yes, about your fitness level, your sharpness on the ball, your game intelligence, your willingness to play hard, all of those things. But you don't discount the things that the guys do off the field either. You know, I mean, their mannerisms, their behaviors, the way in which they represent the program away from the field, that all comes into account. And so those are some of the things that these guys are learning now, is that, yeah, the summertime stuff that they did had a huge impact on their own ability to physically complete what it is they were supposed to complete here in the preseason and going throughout the year. However, it's a product of the way that they prioritize the things in their life. And so they're learning how to reprioritize certain things, and that is reflected in the way that we evaluate them constantly. So in terms of the rotation of the lineup, there are too many factors to say in a short interview what goes into that.
Sure.
But we will be looking at these guys every week, every training session, every match, because in order to be a competitive program, there is no complacency. You constantly have to perform at the highest level, and that's where these guys are currently looking to try. That's what they're looking to do, is every day get better. And so our job as coaches is to remind them of that through the evaluation process.
Sure. And kind of in that same vein, you know, as we get started with your first full season, what do you think is the most key fundamental principle to building a successful college program?
Okay. The most, I think, if you're going to do it right, then, I mean, competitiveness has to be near the top. You know, I mean, that's that characteristic. You have to have athletes that have a desire to be competitive, whether it be natural or something that they've learned to do. But we talk about several things within our program. Competitiveness is one of the three foundations of our program, and so I would say that would probably be the key thing.
Absolutely. Remember, Linfield men's soccer team starting their season this Wednesday, September 1st, as they open the season against Warner Pacific here in McMinnville. We'll have live coverage for you on the Linfield Sports Network, but we sure hope you get out, check out the new soccer and lacrosse facility, and cheer on our guys as they start up the season. Coach, thanks for your time today.
Great. Thank you very much.